And now, ito na ang ating makakasama na kanina ay medyo nakwento ko na sa inyo kung sino sila. So, again, they are two powerful women we are very, very honored to have with us today. So, let us all welcome our next guests for today. Kanina po ay nabasa ko na kung ano ba yung mga achievements nila. So, maraming salamat for joining us once again. We have Miss Christine na makakasama natin. Yes? Hello po. We have woman seafarer and content creator, Miss Christine Ariadne Reyes. Kasama po natin ngayon. And analog astronaut, Miss Christine Jane Atienza. Hi! Sige po, upo muna tayo dito. And also to facilitate this discussion, ay may iba po kayong mga kasama. Kasama natin si Amazing Betong! Hi!
Hi!
Chinek ko lang
Good
kung okay
afternoon.
pa yung upuan
Oo nga.
ni Amazing Betong.
Thank you, thank you. Wow! Ang gwapo nito ha. Guys, kamusta kayo? Okay pa ba kayo? Pwede ba magpalakpan na may kasamang hiyawan? Ayun! Grabe, ang dami pa rin pala natin, no? Sabihin nyo nga sa katabi nyo, hello! Okay ka pa ba? Huwag kayong aalis. Hanggat wala pang raffle. O, di ba, no? Importante yan mamaya. At syempre, guys, ako, good afternoon again. At dalawa ang kasama nating Christine ngayon, mga kaibigan. At ako, guys, sobra akong na-amaze. Talagang amazing talaga. Kasi habang nag-uusap kami sa likod, si Christine, na letter C, siya po ay isang marino. Artistahin, guys, no? Pero marino siya. Tapos si ma'am naman na letter K ay isang nutritionist at the same time astronaut. Grabe, no? Magkaibang field sila. Pero sige tayo mag-usap kung paano nila narating yung ganitong klaseng field. So, unahin mo natin si letter C. Si Christine. Siyempre, alam natin ang mundo ng maritime ay panlalaki. So, paano mo naisipan na pasukin yung ganitong klaseng industry?
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, rather. Mabuhay. My name is Christine. I am a seafarer. And yes, the maritime industry is still a male-dominated one, but ang talagang nag-influence sa akin ay ang aking father. He was a Navy skipper back in the day, and I had the opportunity to actually visit him in one of his ships. And from that moment, I think that is what opened my eyes and inspired me that I have the love for sea. And aside for that, I think despite all the challenges that I have encountered, what really made me say is actually the strength that I was able to learn along the way within myself. Because as a seafarer, mahirap po ang buhay bilang isang marino, lalo na bilang mag-isang babaeng marino. Because of that, I face a lot of challenges, and these challenges are actually what made me stronger, or the reason why I am stronger right now, and kung bakit ako nandito ngayon sa harapan niyong lahat. But yeah. It's actually what I hold on to. So, but even though the waves may be rough, the sea may be high, I always go back to the reason why I started in the first place, and that's what keeps me going.
Thank you very much, candidate number 1. Grabe, no? Ang galing yung sumagot. Grabe. Okay lang yan. Po guys, isipin mo guys, kung sa mundo ng dagat, ito naman magkaibang mundo na naman ito pinag-uusapan natin. Ms. Christine, kayo naman po, bakit nyo naman po naisipan na pasukin ito? Although, nakapag-usap na tayo kanina kung ano nga ba yung goals natin nung tayo nag-aaral. Pero, paano nyo na-combine yung nutrition and at the same time, astronomy?
Okay. Good afternoon po, everyone. I'm Christine. Christine number 2. So, actually, being an analog astronaut was an accident for me. I think it's a natural progression of things because hindi ko talaga siya pangarap na maging astronaut of any kind. I really wanted to become an astronomer So, medyo magkaiba po siya. So, yung mga astronomers, sila yung tumitingin sa telescope, nag-aaral ng stars and galaxies. So, yun po talaga yung pangarap ko since siguro 5 years old pa ako. But to cut the long story short, when I applied or when I got into the route as an applied physics student, parang doon ko na-feel yung first failure ko and I decided to shift out just because I was afraid of that dream. And then I shifted to nutrition, but at the same time, I was still doing my first passion, my first love, which is astronomy. And then after a while, I kind of combined the two. So I guess siguro how I guess if not for nutrition, I wouldn't become an analog astronaut because it was my way for me to venture into exploration or space exploration. So yun po yung short story nung medyo mahabang journey. So it wasn't straight, maraming branches, but it led me to another dream that I didn't have before.
Grabe guys, no? Magkaibang mundo, dagat. At the same time, kalawakan naman si Miss Christine at si Miss Christine. Ayan. Siyempre, Christine, sa'yo naman, siyempre, ilang years ka na ba bilang seafarer?
I've been sailing for 3 years.
3 years.
Apo.
Ayan. So sa loob ng 3 years, ano yung masasabi mong parang lesson na natutunan mo na nagpatibay lalo sa iyo as sa personality mo, sa iyong pananaw sa buhay? Can you share some of that?
One of the most unexpected lessons that I've learned is that seafaring is not just about what about you know. It's not about not everything is theoretical. But it's about how well you do on board, how well you do in life. And yeah, life on board it can be very unpredictable. That is why we were taught how to be resilient and yeah, most of the time you'll be battling a lot of problems such as homesickness.
Yes, oo, dahil
Opo.
nga ang layo ng biyahe. Minsan, ano na ba yung pinakamatagal mong biniyahe na nasa dagat ka lang?
Voyage would be 1 month and 2 weeks.
Ay, grabe guys, 1 month and 2 weeks na nasa dagat ka. Sino hong kaya ho yun? Napangiti na lang sila. Oo. Tayo nga, yung biyahe lang na papuntang minsan kakahilon na yun. Ito, 1 buwan at kalahati. Grabe.
Yes. Sometimes it could be very difficult kasi may time po na may portions of the world na walang internet.
Walang ay naku, mababaliw ka talaga doon, no? Walang ka-text, no? Walang FB. Walang TikTok. Ang hirap noon, grabe. Pero, di ba talagang, in a way, may effect din yun sa sarili din natin. Pero, palakpakan naman natin, guys. Grabe, hindi biro maging seafarer at mabuhay ang mga seafarers natin. Yan, thank you, Christine. At syempre, si Ma'am Christine naman, syempre, ano yung, in a way, parang nagulat ka, na natutunan mo, na kasi guys, syempre, iba yung pagkain pag nasa space ka eh. At iba yung pagkain natin dito. Malamang, ako naiisip ko nga agad kanina, parang, paano yung pagkain? Lumulutang ba yung kinakain nila sa space or something? Sa mga simulations po na nagawa po ninyo, ano yung parang, ganun pala yun?
Sa mga hindi po familiar sa term na analog space mission, so what we do is we simulate space missions sa Moon or Mars. So before pa magkaroon ng mission sa outer space, sa buwan or sa Mars, kailangan muna i-test yun dito sa Earth. Of course, para i-ensure yung safety ng ating astronauts. So that's what we do. And siguro yung medyo, hindi naman nagulat, but surprisingly enough for me, because when we say space exploration, kasi for us, feeling mo it's very, parang malawak, kasi kalawakan
Yes.
nga, so malawak. But actually, it's very similar to Christine in the maritime industry na nasa barko because very isolated ka. So, yung missions namin, yung simulation, it's as if na nasa Mars kami, nasa isang habitat lang kami for how many days. Yung internet din, so isi-simulate namin yung distance ng Earth and Mars. So meron kaming delay ng 20 minutes before makarating yung any message, any email namin sa Earth. So if I were to talk to someone dito sa Earth, 20 minutes niyang marireceive and then another 20 minutes din. So I guess, ayun yung unexpected na parang, very isolating pala yung space exploration kahit
Yes.
ang lawak-lawak
Oo.
ng kalawakan.
Isipin mo kung may nililigawan ka at gusto mong malaman kung oo o hindi, maghihintay ka ng 20 minutes bago mo malaman. Ayun pala, no, parang kung ano na nangyayari, ang sasagot pala, busted ka lang pala. Oh my goodness. At alam nyo ba guys, isa sa natutunan ko kanina nag-uusap kami sa likod, alam nyo ba, sige nga, paghulaan na po natin guys, sa tingin nyo, gaano katagal po ang babiyahihin nyo from Earth to Mars? Sa tingin nyo po, gaano po katagal po? Salamat po sa attention nyo. Maraming salamat. Sa tingin nyo po, hula lang, gaano po katagal ang biyahe from Earth to Mars? 4 years? Oh my goodness. Parang kung 14 ka, 18, debutante ka na, no? Pagdating mo ng 4 years, sino po yung iba po? Tingin nyo po, anong hula po ninyo? 4 years? 1 month? Aba? 1 month, no? Aba, ganun po talaga. Ano pa po hula po ninyo? 6 weeks? 6 years? 6 months? Nako. May malapit naman po, no?
May mga 9 months, 9 to 12
9
months, one way.
months.
So
Oo.
one way. So isipin nyo na 5 kayo sa capsule or 4 kayo sa capsule, 9 months kayo-kayo lang yung magkakasama.
Oo, sipin nyo 9 months. Kung di pa kayo magkakalanlantagan ng gusto mga kaibigan doon, no? Oo, kung 4 years si Kuya, nakadalawang balik ka na doong panahon. Pero, ayan, grabe. Pero syempre, Christine, syempre, alam naman natin na it's a male-dominant field yung ang maritime. Pero syempre, as isang kababaihan, paano mo na-gain yung respect and at the same time, yung... kasi syempre, ang hirap ng mundo pag puro kalalakihan. Pero paano mo na-overcome yung ganong challenge?
One thing is that consistency really is key. You just have to do well on your job, show up every time, make sure that maaasahan ka, because respect cannot be given automatically. Just like for me on board, I had to earn the respect through my actions, through my how well I perform, and it doesn't only go. You just have to do it consistently, not just once, but paulit-ulit na process just to earn, or even work twice as hard just to earn the same level of trust and respect from your male colleagues. And yeah, consistency lang po talaga.
Oo, kasi syempre talagang hindi natin syempre may iwasan marami talagang pagdadaanan, no? Pero at least napagtagumpayan mo yun. And we wish you more years sa iyong field at syempre si Miss
Kung
Christine.
kakayanin pa ng mattress.
Oo. Yan. Tapos, naku, ito kailangan ko itong basahin, baka magkamali po ako. Parang si Miss Christine, during your high seas mission on, is it tama po, Mauna Loa? Mauna Loa, you serve as both nutrition specialist and medical officer in a Mars-like environment. Ano pong experience po ang naituro po sa inyo regarding resilience and teamwork?
Resilience, parang, ang hirap pala na walang Filipino food.
Yes, oo.
So, yung mga kasama ko po nun kasi, mga Americans mostly, and yung isa Belgian. So, wala kaming Filipino food. But other than that, I think sa resilience, since yung work ko dito actually is in nutrition and in public health, so I feel like it kind of trained me in like emergency situations since I've experienced that in another way during emergencies, during disasters. So yun yung naging training ko. And similar to space missions, may mga emergency drill din. So ayun, yung mga real life experience natin, pwede pala, parang feel ko naging advantage. Hindi siya okay parang pakinggan, pero parang naging advantage yung pagiging Filipino because ready ka sa kung anong mangyayaring emergency. Parang you're very calm. Mas calm pala ako kaysa sa mga kasama ko.
Nako, and alam nyo guys, sa isa pa sa kaninang na pagchismisan namin sa likod kanina. Guys, grabe ang pagkain pala pag nasa space ka, talagang kakaiba.
Opo. May mga options naman ngayon yung mga astronauts, pero thermostabilized or freeze-dried. So kami, yung pagkain namin, puro freeze-dried. So ibig sabihin, kung alam nyo yung sa Pancit Canton na mga freeze-dried na vegetables doon. So lahat ng pagkain namin ganon, yung egg namin powdered. So hindi
Grabe,
siya
no?
masaya. So pagkalabas ko, ang hinanap ko agad gulay.
Oo. Parang survivor, no? O, naku, naalala ko nung nag-survivor kami na ang hirap din. Walang internet, syempre. Tapos ang pagkain talagang, hanapan talaga kung anong mangyari. Pero iba talaga. Pero isa pa natutunan ko, bawal pala yung may mga crumbs po, no?
Yes. Sa International Space Station, dun sa station natin na umikot sa Earth, isa sa mga criteria ng space food ay bawal yung crumbs. So, ano ba yung bawal yung chichirya? Kasi pag lumipad siya sa equipment, maaring masira yung
Maaaring
equipment
masira.
natin.
Isipin nyo, siyam na 9 months kayo sa biyahe dahil kumain ka ng tinapay, natigil na dahil sa tinapay, no? Mga
Bawal
ganyan.
yung croissant.
Oo.
Croissant.
Yan, speaking of food, kayo naman, para naman ang pagkain nyo sa... Kumbaga, same lang din ba pag nasa dagat ka, yung pagkain nyo pareho lang din na nandito ka sa lupa?
Almost the same, but it really, depende po talaga yun sa cookie. Ang tawag namin cookie or mayor sa chef namin. Sometimes, pag swertihan ka, Filipino yung cook mo, edi masarap yung pagkain. But for example, like me in my experience, nagkaroon ako na Russian cook. Ibang-iba po talaga. So, swertihan lang talaga sa mga seaman.
Oo nga. Ito for Christine naman, again, beyond being a third officer, you've built a following by sharing life at sea, even launched a maritime theme business. Wow. Congratulations. How do these platforms help you encourage more women to pursue unconventional careers?
It allowed me to use my experience to become visible because representation is very important. And when people see women thriving in spaces they thought they couldn't, where they thought was off limits, it changes the perspective, it shifts the perspective of people. And it opens doors not only for me, but also for aspiring young seafarers. And not only do I get to document my life, I also help give people a change of perspective of what women can do in the maritime industry.
Wow, very well said, candidate number 1. Guys, meron bang gusto rito maging marino? Oh, si Sir, 4 years pa po. Hindi, joke. Yan, may mga kababaihan po ba rito gusto maging marino po? Sige, sige po, text niyo po kami mamaya-maya po ha. Hindi, iba-iba kasi talaga no? Taga si Christine isa sa mga masasabi natin na pinili na pasukin yung gantong klase. Kasi nga yung influence na ng father mo, no? Kaya yun. Tapos, si Miss Christine naman, ayan, ang hirap na parehong Christine po talaga. So, ito po, after your mission, you express a desire to show Filipinos that they can participate in space exploration. What message do you hope young women, lalo po yung mga nandito po, take from unconventional journey? Kasi kakaiba nga namang journey po yung sa inyo.
Yeah, the one reason why I'm doing all these talks, even yung pag ini-invite ako ng school, I would always say yes if kaya ng schedule, is because I really want our students to, the students to pursue STEM or pursue space exploration, because I want people, Filipinos, to know that even though emerging space nation po tayo, kung hindi po natin alam, meron tayong Philippine Space Agency. So kahit na emerging pa lang tayo, we have a place in space. And women, girls can be part of that field as well in the space industry. And marami kasing, I think, myth na bakit natin kailangan ng space and dami pa rin nagugutom. But it's not that. Actually, kailangan natin both because sobrang reliant na tayo sa space that we just don't know.
Yes.
Even yung GPS natin, kung wala yung GPS, wala tayong Grab.
Yeah.
Yung selfie nyo, yung camera nun, it's because of space industry. So if we're not going to be innovators in the space itself, so mapapaghulihan po talaga tayo. So ayun, I want to show girls that they can be part of the space industry even though kunyari gusto nila maging lawyer. We have
Yes.
space lawyers. We have space doctors.
Grabe,
Hopefully
no?
later we'll have space nurses.
Space model po, mga ganyan.
Pwede, yes.
Nagmo-model ka sa buwan, di ba?
Why not?
Why not? Oo, yeah. No, thank you, ma'am. Christine, ikaw, as a final message, since nasabi ni Ms. Christine na yung mga messages sa mga women to pursue, would you have any final message sa mga kababaihan dito na tahakin din kung ano yung nasa field mo ngayon?
Don't let stereotypes or your fear hinder you from achieving what you want. Just try to show up because at the end of the day, you'll already see a difference and you don't even notice that you've already made a change and opened doors not only for yourself but for others as well.
Very well said. Maraming salamat, Christine and Christine. But before that, guys, palakpakan naman natin, guys, ang ating panelists. But before that, let's have a photo op. Ayan.